When we look back across time, we find that industries are periodically punctuated by a strategic move that produces significant new demand. Sometimes these strategic moves recreate the industry boundaries. Sometimes they create entirely new industries. But do we see a pattern to these punctuating strategic moves? If yes, does this pattern differ fundamentally from that of existing competition-based strategic thinking? To answer these questions, let's take a closer look now at 3 industries that touch our daily lives. How we get to work, the auto industry. What we sit in front of at work, the computer industry. And where we might go after work for enjoyment, the cinema industry. Let's begin with the auto industry. The industry was small and unattractive. Henry Ford, however, didn't believe it had to be this way. He called it the car for the great multitude, constructed of the best materials. It came in just one color, black, and one model. But the Model T was reliable, it was durable, it was easy to fix, and it was priced so that the majority of Americans could afford one. In 1908, the first Model T cost $850, half the price of existing automobiles. Yet Ford wanted to capture most of the market. So he dropped costs even further by making the cars highly standardized, with limited options and interchangeable parts. Next, Ford's revolutionary assembly line replaced skilled craftsmen with unskilled laborers who could work one small task faster and more efficiently. The time to make a Model T dropped from 21 days to 4 days, cutting labor hours by 60%. By 1924, the price of the Model T plummeted to just $290 versus $400 for Ford's chief competitor, the horse-drawn carriage. As a result of Ford's strategic move, Model T sales exploded. Ford's market share surged from 9% in 1908 to 61% in 1921. By 1923, a majority of American households owned an automobile. Yet Ford was notoriously stubborn, refusing to change the design of the Model T. In the mid-1920s, at the height of the Model T's success, when Henry Ford was presented with a new prototype, he tore it apart with his bare hands. However, the auto industry did not stand still. When the oil crisis hit in the 1970s, U.S. consumers flocked to fuel-efficient compact Japanese cars, Honda, Toyota, and Nissan. Instead of following implicit industry logic, the bigger the better, and focusing on luxuries in cars, the Japanese used convention-altering logic by aggressively pursuing quality, small size, and the new utility of highly gas-efficient cars. With the U.S. Big Three automakers focused on benchmarking and matching one another, none had taken the initiative to produce functional, compact, fuel-efficient cars, even though they saw their market potential. The U.S. auto industry was plunging fast, and in less than 5 years, the industry faced aggregate losses mounting to $4 billion in net income. Chrysler, the little brother among the Big Three, narrowly escaped bankruptcy through a government bailout. By 1980, the U.S. auto industry's competitiveness and long-run viability were seriously in question.